Hello children, in the last two videos you might have seen the factors and multiples. In the first part you have seen how we have found the factors and the multiples, what are factors and what are multiples. In the second video you might have seen prime factorization, how to find the prime factorization by division method as well as by factor tree method. Now in this session we are going to see what are co-prime numbers. What are co-prime numbers? Co-prime numbers are actually, if any two numbers have only one as a common factor, then the numbers are called co-prime numbers. This we will be explaining. This I will be explaining through an example. For example, take the number 20 and 24. By this time, you may be very well versed with, or you might have practiced nicely how to find the factors of a number. Okay, here we are going to find the factors of 20 as well as the factors of 24. Factors of 20 are 1 into 20, 2 into 10, 4 into 5. Okay, now the factors are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and 20. Now coming to the factors of 24, 1 into 24, 2 into 12, 3 into 8 is 24, 4 into 6 is 24. We don't find 24 in the table of 5. So again we come to 6 into 4 is same as 4 into 6. So the factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24. Now these are the factors. Okay. Now we found the factors of 20, we found the factors of 24. We are going to find the common factors of both these. Common factors means the number which is present in both the numbers. You can see here 1 is present in both the factor. 1 is a factor of both 20 and 24. 2 is a factor of both the numbers. Then 4 is a factor of both the numbers. So here common factors are, you can see 1, 2 and 4. So when the common factors of 20 and 24 are 1, 2 and 4, can you say that 20 and 24 are co-prime numbers? No. 20 and 24 are not co-prime numbers because other than 1, they are having 2 also has a common factor and 4 also is a common factor. So we can conclude that 20 and 24 are not co-prime numbers. Now we will check out with one more number. Let's see. Take an example like 27 and 32. We are going to check whether 27 and 32 are co-prime numbers or not. Okay. Here I am going to find the factors of 27. Then I have to find out the factors of 32. Let's first find the factors of 27. 1 into 27, 3 into 9 is 27 and 9 into 3 is 27. It is the same. So the factors of 27 are 1, 3, 9 and 27. Let's find the factors of 32 now. 1 into 32 is 32. 2 into 16 is 32. 3 is not a factor of 32 but 4 into 8 is 32. 5 is not a factor, 6 is not a factor, 7 is not a factor, 8 into 4 is same as 4 into 8. So the factors of 32 are 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 and 32. Now here we are going to find the common factors. Okay. Common factors of 27 and 32. Here the common factors of 27, that means the number which is present in both the factors of 27 as well as 32 is 1. Other than 1, do you find any other common factor here? No, we don't have any other number as a common factor because 3 is present here, we don't find 3 here, 2 is here, we don't find 2. So here the common factor of 27 and 32 is only 1. So we have only 1 as a common factor here. So we can conclude that 27 and 32 are co-prime numbers. I hope so you have understood. That means co-prime numbers are those numbers, any two numbers which in whose this common factor is 1. So here once again we will see what are coprime numbers. If any two numbers have only one as a common factor, then those numbers are called as coprime numbers. I will explain with one more example so that it's very clear to you that what are coprime numbers. You should not get confused with coprime numbers, because many terms you have seen: prime factorization, factors, multiples, coprime numbers, prime numbers, composite numbers. So you should not get confused with this. We will see 16 and 21. We will check out whether 16 and 21 are coprime numbers or not. For that, you have to find the factors of 16. Then you have to find the factors of 21. The factors of 16 are 1 into 16, 2 into 8, 4 into 4. Okay. So the factors are 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. We will find the factors of 21. 1 into 21, then 3 into 7. So the factors of 21 are 1, 3, 7 and 21. Now see the common factors in both the numbers. The common factors are, here we find only 1. Do you find 2 here? No. 3 here? No. 4? No. 7? No. 8? No. We don't find any other common factor other than 1. So what can you conclude here? 16 and 21 are coprime numbers. Is that clear? So any two numbers which have 1 as a common factor, those numbers are called as coprime numbers. Now one more term. I will explain one more term related to these factors and multiples only. You might have studied the prime numbers, isn't it? The prime numbers. In that we are going to learn the next term is twin prime. Twin prime. What is twin prime? Now you might have studied what are the prime numbers. Prime numbers are those numbers which have only 2 factors. With the numbers which are having only 2 factors, those numbers are called as prime numbers. In that, the prime number, the first prime number is 2. The 2 is the only even prime number. After that you have 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37. These all are prime numbers. 37. Then after 37 we have 41, 43, 47. These all are prime numbers. Okay. Now what next comes? What is twin prime actually? The prime numbers which differ by 2. The prime numbers which differ by 2. The numbers are 3 and 5. Like 5 minus 3 if you do, you get 2. That means here the difference between these two prime numbers is 2. So 3 and 5 we can say that they are twin primes. The same way 5 and 7. The difference between these two prime numbers are also 2. So 5 and 7 are also called as twin prime. 3 and 5, 5 and 7. Then next you have 11 and 13 is also a twin prime, because any prime number you take, if the difference between that two prime numbers is 2, then those prime numbers are called as twin prime. I think it is very clear to you. The next topic that we are going to see today is test of divisibility. It's an important topic, test of divisibility. Test of divisibility. In your class 4th, you have already learned the divisibility rule. Divisibility by 2. What is the rule for divisibility by 2? You have already seen the divisibility by 5 and divisibility by 10 also. Let's revise 2 first. How will you find whether a number is divisible by 2? All the even numbers are divisible by 2. Now comes what are even numbers? The numbers which ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. The numbers ending with, or the numbers which have 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 in its ones place, those numbers are divisible by 2. Now next, Then how will you find whether a number is divisible by 5? You might have seen the multiplication table of 5. All the tables, all the means the in the multiplication table of 5, you might have seen the numbers, all the multiples of 5, they ends with 0 or 5. Like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That means the numbers are ending with either 0 or 5. So, if a number is having 0 or 5 in its ones place, those numbers are divisible by 5. Now, divisibility by 10. How will you find whether a number is divisible by 10? If a number ends with, or if a number has 0 in its ones place, then that number is divisible by 10. Once again, we will see what is the divisibility rule for 2. All the even numbers are divisible by 2. All the even numbers are divisible by 2. Or you can say that the numbers which have 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 in its ones place are divisible by 2. Now, how will you find whether a number is divisible by 5? If a number is having 0 or 5 in its ones place, then that number is divisible by 5. Okay. Now, how will you find whether a number is divisible by 10? If a number has 0 in its ones place, then the number is divisible by 10. To see the divisibility by 2, 5 and 10, we will take an example so that this divisibility is more clear to you. Okay. I will take an example. 3, 4, 8, 7, 6, 0. You have to check whether this 3,48,760 is divisible by 2, 5 and 10. Now see, this 3,48,760 is having 0 in its ones place, isn't it? It is having 0 in its ones place. That means this number is divisible by 2. Okay, we have learned the rule that if a number is divisible by, if a number is having 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 in its ones place, then that number is divisible by 2. Now you check out here, it is having 0 in its ones place. That means this number is divisible by 2. Just seeing its ones place, you can just confirm that this number is divisible by 2. Now you have to find out whether this number is divisible, that is 3,48,760, is it divisible by 5 or not. Now recall the rule for, what is the divisibility rule for 5? That if a number is divisible by 5, if it has 0 or 5 in its ones place. Here in its ones place, this number is having 0. That means this number is also divisible by 5. Now, check out whether this number is divisible by 10. What is the rule for divisibility by 10? It should have 0 in its ones place. If a number is divisible by 10, it should have 0 in its ones place. Again, this number is having 0 in its ones place. That means it is also divisible by 10. So, this number is divisible by 2, 5 and 10 also. So, you have to learn the divisibility rule nicely and apply this. And when you see the numbers, you have to apply that and check out the numbers whether it is divisible by 2. So, once again I am telling the divisibility rule for 2 is if a number has 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 in its ones place, the number is divisible by 2. Or in short, I can say that all the even numbers are divisible by 2. Okay. Coming to the divisibility rule for 5. A number should have 0 or 5 in its ones place, then the number is divisible by 5. Divisibility rule by 10, a number should have 0 in its ones place, then the number is divisible by 10. Next, we will see the divisibility by 3, 6 and 9. Here, the divisibility by 3 is, what is the rule for divisibility by 3? A number, if the sum of the digits, if you take any number, if the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3, then the number is divisible by 3. If the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3, or if it is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. What about 6? A number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by both 2 and 3. If a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then the number is divisible by 6. Now, what is the divisibility rule by 9? It is same like 3, that if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9, then the number is divisible by 9. Or you can say that if the sum of the digits is a multiple of 9, then that whole number is divisible by 9. We will see this through an example. Okay. Now, I take the number 36828. We are going to check out whether the number is divisible by 3 or not first. According to the rule, what is the rule for divisibility by 3? If the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3, then the number is divisible by 3. Sum of the digits means you have to add all the digits. 3 plus 6 plus 8 plus 2 plus 8. What do you get? 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 2, 19. 19 plus 8 is 27. Check it once again. 10. 10 plus 9 is 19. 19 plus 8 is 27. Yes. Here the sum of the digits you got, sum of these digits, that is the number is 36,828. If you add all the digits, you are getting 27. Is 27 a multiple of 3? Yes. 27 is divisible by 3. 27 is a multiple of 3. So we can conclude that 36,828 is divisible by 3. Is that clear? So here we are applying the rule to check out whether the number is divisible by 3 or not. What is the rule for divisibility by 3? If the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3, or if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. So we have taken an example 36,828. When you add all the digits, you got 27, and 27 is divisible by 3. That means this number is divisible by 3. Now, the same number I am taking, I have to check out whether this number is divisible by 6 or not. Already we have seen this number is divisible by 3. Now, can you tell me whether this number is divisible by 2? Yes. How it is divisible by 2? Why it is divisible? Because it has 8 in its ones place. It is an even number. So, this number you can write 36,828 is divisible by 2 and 3. Therefore, you can conclude that the number 36,828 is divisible by 6. Okay, but if this number is given alone, then you have to show, you have to add all these numbers, then you will be getting 27. You add, means sum of these digits will be 27. Then we have to write, as this number is divisible by 3 and this number is also divisible by 2, therefore this number is divisible by 6, because the divisibility rule by 6 is, if the number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then the number is divisible by 6. Now, the same number I am saying whether this number is divisible by 9 or not. The sum is 3 plus 6 plus 8 plus 2 plus 8. We have seen the sum is 27. What can you say about 27? 27 is a multiple of 9, or it is divisible by 9. Therefore, this number 36,828 is also divisible by 9. Is it clear? So, we have seen now 6 divisibility rules. First, we had seen the divisibility rule by 2. The rule was, if a number is divisible by 2, If it has an even number, means if it is an even number, then it is divisible by 2. Or if it has 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 in its ones place, then the number is divisible by 2. Then we had seen divisibility by 5, a number which has 0 or 5 in its ones place, then the number is divisible by 5. If a number has 0 in its ones place, then the number is divisible by 10. We had seen the divisibility rule for 3. If the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3, then the number is divisible by 3. We had seen the divisibility by 6. If a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then we can conclude that the number is divisible by 6. We had seen the divisibility rule by 9, that if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9, or if it is a multiple of 9, then the number is divisible by 9. Now children, we will see an example from your book itself, that what digit will you place for asterisk sign, so that the number that is 1 4 asterisk, that means this sign is there, 2 0 is divisible by 3. Now let's revise. What is the divisibility rule by 3? That a number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3, or if it is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. So check out 1 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0, because the digit was this. Instead of this asterisk sign, we have left that. We got the sum as 7. With 7, what should you add? You get a number that it is divisible by 3. If you add 2, you will get 9. If you add 5, with 7, if you are adding 5, you will get 12, because 9 is also divisible by 3. 12 is also divisible by 3. One more number, with 7, if you are adding 8, you will get 15. So all these 2, 5, 8, all these are answers. That means with this number, if you add with this sum, if you are adding 2, you will get 9. 9 is also a multiple of 3. With 7, if you are adding 5, you will get 12. 12 is also divisible by 3. 7 plus 8 if you do, you get 15. 15 is also a multiple of 3. That means in this asterisk sign, this sign can be replaced by either 2, 5 or 8. Then the number what you will get is 1 4. It can be either 1 4 2 2 0 or 1 4 5 2 0 or 1 4 8 2 0. Any of these numbers, if you take these, all the 3 numbers are divisible by 3. So to check out whether the number is divisible by 3, you have to add the digits, and if the sum of the digits, if you get less than, if it is not divisible by 3, you have to add some number to make it divisible by 3. So which numbers you are adding here? We can add either 2, 5 or 8. That means in this asterisk sign, instead of this asterisk sign, you can replace it with 2, 5 or 8. So children, this was all about your factors and multiples. Keep on practicing and complete your classworks. Thank you children.